That gave me the goosebumps. That's tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night.
When our communities come together.
I love my community.
We prove we're better.
It can be fun and really life-giving to help other people.
When we're together.
The community is going to support them.
These are my people.
We are better together.
149, 229, 249, 199, 50% off.
That'll be
$47.88. I'm not a math major, I just love groceries.
Unbelievable prices. Don't miss deals. Get them with your ShopRite Price Plus card.
For giving your sense of adventure the attention it deserves, for giving you a reason to try something new. You're welcome. Come explore Maryland.
Sure that they show integrity and character in the execution of their duties so that their judgments can withstand all levels of scrutiny. In our lead story tonight, Vanu Manichan reports that in this era of technological advancements, judges must also now decipher submissions that have been generated by artificial intelligence.
10 new puisne judges were sworn in before President Dr. Irfan Ali on Wednesday afternoon at the office of the president. During the simple ceremony, the head of state urged the newly appointed judges to ensure that their rulings can withstand public, academic, and historical scrutiny.
What you do must be able to withstand the scrutiny. And of course, in the judiciary too, as systems change, the public court, as many will refer to, is also there. But as I said, your character and your separation of personal feeling must also allow you to separate public sentiments sometimes from what you write. And you must be confident in your ruling that it withstand every aspect of scrutiny.
According to President Ali, this increase in the complement of local judges comes at a time when government is investing in enhancing all aspects of the judiciary through the modernization of infrastructure and the use of technology in courtrooms. But he noted that even these advancements bring new challenges.
The future of the judiciary is much different from what we can contemplate today. Lawyers would have to contend with developing special skills to articulate their points digitally. Judges would have to decipher what are AI-generated arguments rather than argument based on law, because AI may make it seem attractive and based on law. But if you're not careful and if you're not thorough in your work, you can be easily swayed. We have seen already cases where AI has been misused. So that gives you an added burden in today's environment, because you have to have this ability of deciphering what is before you.
With the swearing in of these 10 new judges, the complement of judges in Guyana has gone up to 22. And according to the head of state, this is especially significant since 8 of the new appointees are women, thus making the local judiciary comprised of 70% females. The new judges are Sherdel Isaacs Marcus, Peter Hugh, Zamila Ali Sipersad, Deborah Kumar, Nicola Pierre, Priscilla Chandra Hanif, Hassan Yassin, Joy Prasad, Nigel Niles, and Jacqueline Josiah Graham. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manichan.
As labor woes continue across various sectors in Guyana, the sugar industry has not been spared by the impact, with newly appointed Chief Executive Officer Paul Chiang telling workers that despite efforts to mechanize the Guyana Sugar Corporation, its operations are still being affected. Vanu Manikchand joins us again with the details.
New CEO of the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Paul Chiang, met with workers at the Iflot estate on Wednesday morning, during which he lauded the factory for its performance in recent times in meeting targets. As he urged sugar workers to continue these efforts, the CEO recognized the challenges posed by labor shortages, which GUYSUCO is addressing through mechanization.
We know also we have challenges with labor because the country is growing, is expanding, the economy is diversifying, so more and more people are going towards other jobs like construction, work in factories and so on. So I know we will be looking at ways in which we can utilize you more efficiently in terms of providing equipment. Our goal, like where we say, go mechanize, do more things with machinery. So the whole intention for us to get efficient, we need to, do more stuff using machinery and equipment. And this crop, I know, some of the harvesting will be mechanized.
Even with efforts to mechanize, the CEO assured the workers that there is still a need for them within the sugar industry, as he pointed to steps taken by GUYSUCO to train and upskill workers.
We still want you to do your part, and we'll still continue to find work and retrain and train those who want to move in other areas in the estate. So, it's important that we all try to develop ourselves. I know, we can learn different things, and I know we have many people here who willing to learn, and we will work with you and train you in different areas when the time comes. But for now, everything that we do, we need to do properly.
Chong, who only took over the helm of the sugar industry just last month, also used the opportunity to hear from workers who raised concerns about debunching.
With that fear to us, who have 20-year, 30-year service, for a man coming last week and get the same rate with us. Now, at the end of the day, when Sarabi get the same rate, we still have to do the work for him, but he achieving the same with us. And for me and we fellow workers, there is not fear.
I went to Albion and also Rosal last week. And this is not the first time we're hearing this. So we will fix it. We will fix it. We understand, and thank you for raising it too. And we're working on it.
Meanwhile, as part of his visit to the Iflot estate, the GUYSUCO CEO also met with union representatives where they discussed strengthening partnership and ensuring a supportive workplace for everyone. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
The government's investments in the agricultural sector, particularly in non-traditional crops, has resulted in the country earning as much as $919 million from exports to regional and international markets. Trishelle Sobers tells us more.
According to statistics provided by the Agriculture Ministry, legume, peanuts, coconut, ground provision, and vegetables were some of the produce exported so far this year, amounting to 4,156 metric tons of food worth $919 million. President Dr. Irfan Ali said the increase in agricultural exports is a result of strategic investments made by his government, coupled with a comprehensive approach towards boosting the promotion of climate-resilient farming. The head of state, who was at the time speaking at the Guyana Marketing Corporation, GMC, annual awards on Tuesday, disclosed that at this rate, Guyana is expected to save over US $60 million on the importation of 3 key commodities alone by 2027. These commodities are corn, soybeans, and shrimp.
This sector has enormous potential to create entrepreneurs, to create businesses that are competitive and profitable, businesses that are dynamic, innovative, resilient. And all of you here, as agro-processors, understand what resilience is. For example, in the swamp shrimp industry, we are now producing 700 and 800% more swamp shrimp than we were producing a year and a half ago. But we're still exporting it in bulk to the diaspora market. We can add value by packaging and processing. And as we build out the aquaculture, the prawns production, and all of this, packaging and processing becomes an important part of what we're doing.
Meanwhile, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa said the increase in exports demonstrates the growing strength and diversity of Guyana's agriculture sector. On this point, he posited that new doors for economic opportunities will open up as Guyana gains more global recognition.
By increasing our exports, we are not just generating foreign currency, we are building Guyana's brand as a reliable supplier of high quality, value-added food product. This paves the way for even greater economic prosperity and position us as a leader in the Caribbean agro-processing industry. Let us continue to invest in research and development, in building capacity, and forge strong partnerships. Together, let us ensure that Guyana's agricultural bounty becomes a cornerstone of a thriving, sustainable, and inclusive future for all Guyanese.
For 2024 so far, legume production increased by 106%, peanuts increased by 286%, coconut production saw an increase of 55%, while ground provision and vegetables increased by an average of 218%. Additionally, Guyana intends to produce more than 60% of its own onion, soya, corn, black-eyed peas, and red bean needs in order to save the country more than US $150 million annually. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Noting that travel patterns in Guyana have evolved, the Minister of Tourism, WALROND, explained that the government is developing strategies in order to boost visitors' arrival in low-traveled months. Find out more from Kelroy Williams.
Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, WALROND, recently met with business operators and other stakeholders in the tourism and hospitality industry. During the engagement, the tourism minister noted that the government is investing heavily to ensure that Guyana is the destination of choice for travelers all year round. In this regard, she encouraged operators and industry stakeholders to always be prepared for visitors.
So we no longer have travel seasons, with the tour operators and the tour guides. Every single month is an opportunity it's going to be a month to entertain visitors. There's no longer that this is our low season. We are aiming, and that has been the specific strategy of government for the tourism sector, that we have visitors coming in. That's why we have the Oil Energy Conference in February. That brings in the visitors. The CIF is going to be, the Caribbean Investment Forum is going to be in July. We had this FAO conference, and so all of those conferences, sporting events, it's a strategic policy of government to be able to have every single month to be able to have an increase and a busy month for the tourism.
With major events like the ICC T20 World Cup semi-finals on June 27th and the CPL Games, Guyana's tourism industry has a crucial opportunity to shine. Minister WALROND underscored the significance of the ICC Games being held here as a direct reflection of Guyana's emergence as a key player in the global tourism industry. While the government has been taking the necessary steps to promote Destination Guyana, Minister WALROND said that the most effective marketing mechanism is word of mouth.
Getting feedback from visitors, like having reviews at each establishment, at the bars. How was my service? How was my thing? You know, those are the kinds of things that we don't necessarily have to do as a ministry, but we would encourage you to do at your establishment and you put at your service and your tour. How was your tour? What are the kinds of feedback that you would get? So having that as just having it alone, having that kind of accountability helps the visitor as well. You know, they're like, okay, well, they're really trying to improve. So even if there was something negative, being able to give you that feedback is, you know, helps the experience, and then it helps us to be able to make decisions as to what are the gaps, what are the things that the visitor really wants. The tourism product bread line is the repeat visitor. The ones who come back and keep coming back. You hear some people say, well, I go to Kenya every 2 years, or every year I'm at the beaches in Egypt, or every year I go to Jamaica or Barbados. And if you want to hear those people come and say, well, every year I come to Guyana.
Last year, Guyana recorded 319,147 visitors' arrivals, 55% of which were from the non-diaspora group. Evening News, Kelroy Williams.
Construction works on the new Skeldon Hospital is moving apace, and according to Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, it is on track for completion this year. Here's an update on this project from our Berbice correspondent, Andrew Carmichael.
Last year, President Dr. Irfan Ali announced that the new hospital at number 75 Village Quarantine Region 6 will be constructed and will replace the current Skeldon Hospital. The head of state also said that the new facility will provide a wider range of services. In fact, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, who visited the site on Saturday, stated that the new 75-bed hospital will offer 24-hour accident and emergency service, a wide range of imaging, including CT scans and digital x-rays. Additionally, the hospital will have a delivery ward, 2 operating theaters and 1 minor theater, and will offer 24 hours laboratory services.
Our target date is by the end of the year to be substantially completed and to have this operational early next year. Well, so far they've been doing very good work. We normally would do reviews apart from these site visits that the team from the ministry would conduct. We will have monthly reviews between ourselves, the leadership of the company, and of course the persons who are overseeing the job on behalf of the government. The company is LICAP. So we'll have meetings almost every month to look at progress and where we are, and if we think that they can do a little bit more, we point out the areas where they can speed up and so forth. So that collaboration has been ongoing, and I think we are making good progress.
As it relates to the existing Skeldon Hospital, he explained that it does not even have theater capacity.
To repair that, which we've been doing over the years, it's much more costly. And given the development that is going to be happening in this part of Region 6, and in anticipation of a new bridge coming across Suriname, this here is obviously going to be an area where a lot of growth would happen, and we anticipate that you will also have an increase for healthcare needs. Hence, some of the things that we're putting in here is a big upgrade from what you have at the current Skeldon Hospital, but we're also anticipating future growth.
Meanwhile, a new New Amsterdam hospital is also being constructed, also in Region 6. In Region 5, a new hospital is being constructed at Bath Settlement, while in Region 4 there are two new hospitals being constructed, one on the East Coast and the other on the East Bank.
So that people living in these areas don't have to go to Georgetown. They can go to these hospitals. So the load at Georgetown Hospital would be less. And we want Georgetown Hospital to be a referral hospital, so it can function in that referral capacity.
Meanwhile, in Region 3, a new hospital is being constructed at Dekendron, In Region 2, a new hospital is being built at Regina. At Ogle, a maternal and pediatric hospital is also being built. It will have 265 beds. Apart from those, the government is currently seeking bids for the construction of hospitals at Kato, Letem, Camarang, and Muruka, all hinterland locations. Government is also working on the design for a new hospital at Bartica. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
Coming up, 11-year-old from Bartica dies from dengue complications, and Nari to address caterpillar infestation affecting Berbice farmers. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Transitions Light Intelligent Lenses. Pick your color. Choose your style. Available at Optique Vision Care.
Crispy, creamy, what a catch. So tasty. What a catch. With a caramel center. What a catch. And so much chocolate. Ooh, yeah. First it's crispy, then it's creamy. With so much chocolate, smooth and milky. And when you go a little deeper, you find caramel. Ooh, yeah. Oh, what a catch. You know we love you. What a catch. Oh. First it's crispy, then it's creamy. What a catch.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
This thing turning into a freak show.
KFC's Nothing to Laugh About 15 hits the National Cultural Center on the 29th and 30th of June at 8 p.m.
And we are back it down. More benefits or no service. I said more benefits or no service. So don't you test. We better than the rest. So don't you test.
Tickets $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
Guyana, after all the money I spent on it, he ungrateful, man. I used to think to myself that he gonna make it, but now I know for sure he not gonna make it.
It's KFC Nothing to Laugh About 15. Jump and shake the ground again.
You can tell from the crowd who's up next. It's Premier's star player, whose world-class stats put him in a league of his own. Premier's rise to stardom has been one for the record books. The first team to get a GY A+ rating. They boast a strong solvency and A-class service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing Premier's financial and technical strength that is out of this world.
Premier insurance coverage for less.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. A 54-year-old security guard was last evening knocked down and dragged some 200 feet by a car in an accident along Heroes Highway. Clues Griffith, who resided at Mucka East Bang Demerara, was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. The accident occurred at around 22 hours 15 along the New Mandela to Eccles Interlink roadway and involved a motorcar HD 1646 driven by a 27-year-old man of East Penitence, Georgetown, and a pedal cycle which was being ridden by Griffith. The car driver told investigators that whilst driving along the roadway, he suddenly observed the cyclist ride into the path of his vehicle, causing him to apply brakes and swerve to avoid a collision. Nevertheless, the car crashed into the bike, causing the 54-year-old man to be flung into the air and then land on the windscreen of the car, after which he crashed onto the road surface. The pedal cyclist was further dragged for about 200 feet away from the point of collision. The ambulance service was summoned and the man was pronounced dead at the accident scene. A breathalyzer test was conducted on the driver of the car and no trace of alcohol was found in his system. The driver remains in custody assisting with the investigation. Meanwhile, an 11-year-old boy of Bartica Region 7 has died as a result of dengue complications, his family has confirmed. Kushal Dubey had just written the National Grade 6 assessment and was awaiting his results. The child had fallen sick on Thursday last and on Saturday as his symptoms worsened. His family took him to the Bartica Regional Hospital. Doctors there immediately referred him to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. For further tests, the child's father, Ajay Dubey, told the Evening News. On Sunday, the child was admitted at the GPHC where he received medical attention until he died on Monday. The father related to this newscast that his son was being treated for dengue fever, a mosquito-borne illness that has resulted in 4 deaths already for the year. Kushal was a student of the St. Anthony's Primary School in Bartica. Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony has noted that over 390 individuals had been hospitalized this year so far with dengue complications. In fact, a total of 4,700 individuals were found to be positive for dengue for the year so far. Kelroy Williams joins us now to report that several residents of East Rheinfeldt, Georgetown are calling for urgent intervention to ensure garbage collection services in their area is more reliable and consistent. Here is more.
Some residents of East Rheinfeldt, Georgetown are concerned about the current buildup of garbage in their community due to the lack of garbage collection services from the mayor and city council. The Evening News visited the area on Tuesday, where residents related that it has been about a month since their refuse has been collected.
It has been over a month and change. We had no garbage collector coming around, empty rubbish bin. The bins them, the dogs pulling out the garbage out of the bins, all kind of thing going on. The bins them full of worm, they're smelling. You look over there, people bringing the garbage and throwing it over there but on the long road there, and this bad.
Additionally, residents vented about the unsanitary environment the garbage pileup has created.
But this rat infestation, we're talking about mosquitoes, we got little kids about, you know what I mean, and it's really hilarious. It's not healthy, it's unhealthy at all.
The Georgetown Mayor and City Council had issued a public advisory stating that the current delay in collection of waste in Georgetown is due to inclement weather and the current state of roads at the landfill facility at Hagsbush. Nevertheless, the town council had assured residents that all garbage would be collected before Sunday, June 23. However, on Tuesday, multiple overflowing bins and piles of garbage remain in several communities across Georgetown. Evening News, Kelroy Williams.
The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, will dispatch a team to Berbice to address a caterpillar infestation affecting some farmers there. Our Berbice correspondent, Andrew Carmichael, reports that this commitment was made by Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa during a recent engagement with residents at Court Barat, East Bank, Berbice.
Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa has assured farmers that a caterpillar infestation affecting them will be addressed.
Government is making the resources available. Your job is to ensure that you take up the opportunities. And you should not be selfish in taking up these opportunities. For example, I just called Nari. Nari said they heard about the caterpillar thing, but nobody requested them. I told them to go and visit people's farms. I just instruct the CEO that we'll make the chemical available so that we will treat all the caterpillar infestation on the east bank of Berbice.
Meanwhile, during a meeting at Cockfrot on the east bank of Berbice last Saturday, the minister listened and addressed a range of issues affecting farmers and residents.
We had asked for a bridge, and because of poor representation, a bridge was given to us by the government. But the bridge that was given to us is for the road. From the road to the canal. That's the bridge that they gave unto us because nobody really show interest and work along with the contractors, like showing him where the bridge has to go and so on. So because of that, we get that bridge, the concrete bridge, from the road to the canal. But we really need a bridge from the canal to the backland. So this is where the issue is. So the bridge that we have in front is of no use because you can't get the over the canal.
The roadside canal need to be dug out urgently, and I think the tubes that is along that canal, they need to be flushed out. I don't know about the coca, the sluice, if it need to be open more regular, because whenever I pass there, I don't see it open at all. I don't know. Anyways, where my farm is next to a Ketting Dam. The Ketting Dam is half dug. It's not dug out right through the length of the farm. So we're asking for that to be dug out and also put a bridge across from the parapet to the dam.
I asked NDIA to consult with the farmers the number of canals that we have desilted over the years, and we'll put those under manual maintenance, and you, the residents, will have the benefit of applying to do those canals, and we will pay those persons who those canals will be awarded to. So we'll have a manual maintenance, regular maintenance of those canals. So there, also you mentioned about the road trenches, the bridge at Maka. I can't stay here and say, yes, we'll do everything. I will ask NDIA to go visit it, come up with a recommendation, the cost, so that we can see how we can intervene.
Mustafa said the government through the Agriculture Ministry will continue to make interventions by providing needed resources to farming communities. However, he noted that farmers and the ministry must work together.
There are some people, as long as their canals are clean, they don't care about the rest of the people.
Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
The People's National Congress, PNC Congress, scheduled for this weekend, will, among other things, discuss the issue of incumbent party leader Aubrey Norton's selection as presidential candidate at next year's polls. Gerald Bryan tells us more.
During a press conference on Wednesday, Sherwin Benjamin, the administrator for the PNC's upcoming Congress, gave the media updates on the activity. The media was informed that 7 persons have been nominated for leadership, 10 persons for chairmanship, 14 persons for vice chairmanship, 6 persons for treasurer, and a whopping 119 persons for the Central Executive Committee. But importantly, this newscast has been informed that a motion on the selection of incumbent party leader Aubrey Norton to be the presidential candidate at the next elections will be put to the floor. At the last elections in 2020, the presidential candidate for the PNC had been David Granger. At the time, the PNC was contesting under the umbrella of their Partnership for National Unity coalition, which had also coalesced with the Alliance for Change. The parties have not yet disclosed whether they will be contesting again jointly at the 2025 polls, tentatively billed for November. Meanwhile, at this weekend's Congress, the final list of delegates, according to Benjamin, should be with the returning officer Vincent Alexander by Thursday.
In respect of a report from the General Secretary, I think the Secretariat will have to provide a report on Saturday. Who does that? It's beyond me to say, but somebody from the Secretariat will provide a report on what transpired from the period 2021 December to current.
Those nominated for leadership are Norton, parliamentarians Amanza Walton Desir, Roysdale Ford and Valda Lawrence, Guyana's advisor on borders Carl Greenidge, and former minister Simona Brooms. Those vying for a spot on the party's executive committee include Vanessa Kissoon, who recently made damning allegations of sexual harassment against Norton himself. The preparations for the Congress had also been marred by the resignation of PNC General Secretary Dawn Hastings Williams, who had alleged, among other things, poor planning for the Congress. However, Benjamin was adamant that such concerns raised by Hastings Williams have been addressed.
Concerns from candidates. To the best of my knowledge, persons would have written to the General Secretary, and she raised those issues at the last Central Executive Committee. In the main, those issues ought to be discussed or addressed at the group level, group, district, and regional level. The General Secretary and some of the candidates were present, and they were told of that, so I'm not sure whether those issues were, none of those issues were raised with the Congress Committee per se.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Thursday, June 27, 2024 at 22 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic at 8 hours 15 on Thursday, June 27, 2024, also for 1.5 hours.
No advantages as India-England battle in semi-final tomorrow, and Windies women win first game in Sri Lanka tour. Details of these stories coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by Macorp.
Mechanics, Sylvie's has all the equipment you need to make your job easier and your business profitable. Visit our 31 High and Hatfield Street store and choose from our wide array of shop presses, engine hoists, oil drain pans, parts washers, jack stands, bottle and floor jacks, hand tools and much more. Can't make it to the store? Shop online at sylviesonline.com and have it delivered. Call or WhatsApp 623-7755 for more info.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Did you know that when you leave your property unoccupied and unmanaged, it deteriorates much faster than you can imagine? Then before you know it, much of your hard-earned investment is wasted. At Hand in Hand Trust Corporation, property management is our business. Whether you travel for long periods, live overseas, or have several properties that require managing, let us at Hand in Hand Trust Corporation take care of this for you. Your property is safe with us. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of the Hand in Hand Group of Companies.
Did you know Guy Super 95 gasoline has an octane rating of 95, the highest rating available in Guyana? This premium fuel is known to enhance the performance of your engine, making it run smoother and more efficiently, leading to better fuel economy and improved performance. Choose Super 95 for more mileage and better overall performance.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain